Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Yeah!
Watch I'm gonna ride smart, run down. Run down, get in the hub, he do. What y'all know about that, boy? That's before y'all time, young bloods. Boy, I tell you, boy, back in my day when that song came out, you used to drop down on your knees and used to get that booty swinging.
Who drop down on their knees?
No, not drop down. I mean, a light bend on the knee.
Shake a tail feather. Shake a tail.
Yeah, drop down and get your eagle on.
You put your hands on your knees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then you reach back.
You used to do the butt with your shoulders.
Yeah.
Put your shoulders in.
That was back in the day when people used to dance when they went out. They used to
Man,
dance.
I tell you. And sweat out your hair.
Speaking of sweat out my hair, I definitely sweat out my hair last night.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Welcome to Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. This is Saucy and Friends in the Morning. Rockstone Triz, Miss Tony B. Knowing Hot Sizzling Sauce and Paul. We are in the building and having a great time.
Indeed.
And last night, me and my good sis, we ventured out into the noondays. Tell them all about it, Miss Tony.
We went last night. Sauce hit me up around 5:30 and she said, I think I want to go to see Glorilla. And I said, yes, we should. And we did. And we went to see Glorilla. We went down, trucked all down to the MGM. And we went into that place. And walking in, we were like, who are we going to see again? Because where is this place where we have gone to? And it was it was a culture shock type situation.
It was.
To walk in to go see Glorilla. The place was packed. Packed, and it was hard if you looked over the crowd to spot a black face, and it was weird. But it was packed with young people who were out there. I think that the Sauce and I determined that the age range in there was probably from about 13 to 25. With a sprinkling of us, and Glorilla put on a show, and I don't know who was out before her. But the DJ that did the interim was also very entertaining. He got us crunk. Is that a word that the children use now? He got us crunk and ready.
I don't know if they definitely don't use crunk.
No. Primed.
What they use, Paul?
What's the word now for when you're getting ready? What do the young people say?
Amped.
Got amped.
Lit.
We was getting lit.
A lituation.
We was getting an lituation. Yes, we was in the lituation last night prior to Glorilla hitting the stage, and then she popped out and acted up, and we did as well. It was a time last night in the MGM. Everybody, it was a good time. It was a good time. We sweat last night and sang and had a great time. And her show was a good. She was on for like a good amount of time. She did a lot of songs. She even sang some R&B a little bit, and very, very good. I was very, very happy for her. Very proud of her. She was a cute girl. I said, okay, abs, all right. Yeah, it was
It's
really,
giving
really good.
face. What's she say?
It's giving face.
Something.
Ass, face.
Titties.
Oh yeah, you go there.
Something.
Yeah, like that.
Something. And that's my one. That's when it's giving it.
But the Miss Hot Sauce over here, Ratchet Queen.
Oh my God, I love ratchet music so much.
She knew as much songs as the 12-year-old girl gangs.
I love it so much. And when I'm in I told Tony that before I do any hosting or any panel discussions, I listen to straight ratchet music like Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Big Lotto, Glorilla, Sexy Red, Asian Doll.
Yeah, I was like, who that was?
Because they literally they amp you up. They amp women up. They tell you got a fat tune. They tell you got a fat butt. They tell you that can't nobody talk to you.
Glorilla and I should be friends because she's got a campaign against ethnic.
Yeah, she do.
And I was like, oh, because me and the BANs is I'm the president of that anti-club. So but yeah, it was good, and I'm very, very glad that we that was a good last minute decision, and we had a time. Very, very good. If you're able to catch the show somewhere else, go on and do it, because it was really, really good and very, very worth it. I think.
Other than that, though, yesterday was a pretty productive friggin' day.
It was.
Got a lot of things accomplished. We're working in tandem here at Spark FM, trying to get everything on a good foot. Got some great interns, got some great support. So things are looking up for the squad. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about life. What about you, Tristan? How was your evening?
It was good. Like you said, it was pretty productive. I was in here yesterday all day working on. I got some transition videos I'm about to start dropping.
Ooh, nice. Okay,
So
transition.
we're gonna start dropping them today.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. We was up in here getting some content done. That was it.
Very nice.
Content is queen.
Content is queen.
Content is key.
Is all of it.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're a woman, so it's queen for you. It's key for me.
I love these people. They're great people. Again, people, don't forget, if you need a quick lunch, if you need a breakfast sandwich,
I'll come down and
if you need anything that you need, make sure that you go and visit our good friends over at Finn's Fusion, right downstairs from the radio station. They got $6 lunch plates. You can't get that nowhere else in Boston, Massachusetts. Go get your little lunch. Because sometimes all you need is a little lunch, right? You need a little, I need like 4 grain of rice and like 2 pieces of chicken
Not
and
4
some
grain
potato.
of rice.
They give you more than that. But sometimes I just need a little something to hold me over to the next meal time, you know? So a little $6 lunch, breakfast, sandwiches. We just got another one delivered. Listen, yummy. Yummy.
Yummy.
Paul, how you doing over there, brother? Yep. Uh-huh. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for
Good.
asking.
How was your commute in? It was a little wet this morning.
Oh man, I exited my apartment and I got soaked.
because I was like, this rain is raining.
Yeah, it was raining.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
checked the weather app and it's like, oh, it's drizzling.
Yeah.
I go out, it's literally dropping.
When I was in the car, I was talking to Pastor Troy, and he was like, "Is that the rain hitting down on your car?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're in a monsoon.
Yes, it's coming down.
We're swimming over here."
It was so hard to get up this morning.
Yeah. I didn't hear nothing. After I went to sleep last night, it was a wrap. It was REM sleep from start to finish. I didn't hear nothing, see nothing, smell nothing.
Was it raining
done.
all night?
It was.
It was, wow.
Apparently, it was big raining last
That's
night.
why I slept so good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show Saucy and Friends start word now. Now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Because that's true. Do hoes be wanting to be saved? Think about it.
No, I think people who are, first of all, are there any self-identifying hoes? Yes, I know one. She says, I'm a whole whore. And so, they don't want to be saved. That's who they are. They've chosen that identity.
Who
and they are
told
living
them?
well with them.
Who told somebody that hoes wanted to be saved? You know,
I
like,
don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
yeah.
That's
You know what
Megan
song
said, right?
really got me last night? I'm looking for the hoes.
Yeah.
I love
Shake
that song.
that ass. Shake that. Sorry. Brought me back. But anyhow, today, I was about to get down, start twerking, boy, I tell you. Because that's something that you can do. You can really shake your ass to all these kind of things. You know, booty popping music. Boy, that make you feel a different type of way. Today is March the 21st. It is approximately 9:25 in the morning. Again, this is Friday, March 21st, 9:25 in the morning. It is F Word Friday here at Spark FM Online. It's going to be cloudy and damp with rain this morning, then becoming partly cloudy and windy at times. High 48 degrees. Winds in the northwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour. There is a 90% chance of rain for the day. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. Y'all, it's going to be pretty cold and rainy today, so it's not a good day to be outside. Yeah, so not na make it. There are a couple of things going on later today. Today at the Reggie Lewis Center, they have a big youth game night. Tournaments and all kinds of games like Fortnite, NBA 2K, all kind of different things. If you looking for something to do with your kids tonight, take them to a little fun thing at the Reggie Lewis Center from 4 to 8. It's the battle for Boston's best. If you are a gamer, you can come by yourself and play solo, or you can bring your whole squad and let it do what it do. Party vibes with DJ Mez Wave, and it's going to be at the Reggie Lewis Center today from
That
4
sounds
to
like
8.
fun.
So bring out the children. We're going to be bringing ours after prayer meeting.
I think that's the bus, right? That's the bus with all the games, I think.
Yeah, and then inside they're having more things like DJing and all kind of stuff like that. So that's gonna be a really dope event if you guys are looking for something to do with the youth them. The youth them. Don't forget, Gourmet Creole is opening up soon as well. We'll be giving you guys more information on their big grand opening, but they are opening not only a sit-down restaurant, but a takeout restaurant as well. So make sure that you guys stay tuned for more information about that. And as we go down the line today, I'll tell you about other things that are going down this weekend for your enjoyable pleasures. With that said, let's get into the Around the Way news. Miss Tony, take it away.
Good morning. Let's see what we got here. What's going on in and around the area you live in. Mayor Michelle Wu launches an innovative co-purchasing housing program to boost home ownership in Boston. This is something that she talked about during her State of the State the other night. So in a recent development aimed at making the dream of home ownership more reachable for Bostonians, Mayor Michelle Wu unveiled the co-purchasing housing pilot program. Announced during her 2025 State of the City address, the initiative is a creative element in the city's suite of strategies designed to facilitate greater access to affordable housing. More precisely, it targets middle-income families who have found themselves increasingly sidelined in the high-stakes game of Boston's real estate market. Under the program, individuals can rally together their collective fiscal might to purchase multifamily homes. This conceivably simplifies the path towards owning a piece of the city for numerous residents. As stated on the city's official website. Mayor Wu contends that the program will create opportunities for residents to pool their resources and build generational wealth together. This closure, coupled with forging communal bonds, stands as a testament to the administration's commitment to maintaining Boston's character as a city that embraces all. Very, very nice. I'm excited about that.
So I can put two of me and you could get together and buy one house?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yes,
And then they'll give us the money?
Oh, man, I don't know. It says
But they do offer you like 15% of the...
It says something. The initiative isn't only about unlocking doors to new homes. It's projected to solidify community roots by giving new homeowners a shot to face off with the large-scale investors that are scooping up multifamily properties across Boston. Sheila Dillon, the city's chief of housing, told the city of Boston, home ownership is one of the most effective ways to build wealth and secure long-term stability. Yet for many Boston residents, it feels out of reach. That's definitely true. Further pointing out how this program may transform the seemingly impossible into tangible reality for many families. Those stepping into this new terrain facilitated by the city could qualify for up to 5% of the purchase price as a forgivable loan to assist with down payments and closing costs, says the Boston Home Center. But there's a catch, or rather a couple. You must be a rookie home buyer and plant your flag in the new digs. So that means you have to live in the place. Okay. Making it your primary homestead. A co-ownership agreement, duly notarized and signed by stakeholders, is also part of the package. And for folks weary of the financing maze, there's a lifeline. Citizens Bank, New Fed Mortgage, MEP Loans, Prime Lending, and Salem 5 are in the mix to support would-be buyers. So I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. This co-purchasing pilot isn't popping up in a vacuum, but is another piece of Mayor Wu's bigger puzzle of battling home ownership disparities, especially among communities of color. The program is aimed squarely at narrowing the racial wealth chasm, with home ownership being a cornerstone of financial prosperity and long-term housing security. The groundwork for this initiative is apparent in the Wu administration's record, having ushered 804 residents into home ownership between 2022 and 2024. That's really nice, both through direct property purchases and facilitating financial assistance programs. As highlighted on the City of Boston, this is about crafting a future where ownership and stability are not foregone conclusions, but a widespread reality. Sounds good. Sounds good, right? Yeah, sounds good. That's a good initiative to take.
These are, hopefully people take advantage of these initiatives. I
Yeah.
think that's one of the problems is that there's often a lot of resources out there. A lot of times it's hard to get the complete detailed information, but then even when they do, people still don't take advantage of them the way that they should be. So I'm hoping that more people sign up for, or combine whatever they need to do to get, some housing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Another thing that was addressed or spoke about was BPS is big in the news right now. So Boston School Committee votes to close 4 schools and merge 2 others. The Boston School Committee voted late Thursday night to close 4 schools in the city and merge 2 more, despite pleas from teachers and parents to keep them open. A 5-1 vote in favor of the closures and merger comes as a district faces high needs, special needs, and multilingual learners. District leaders say that combining resources at the bigger schools will allow for better student outcomes. Excel High School in South Boston, Community Academy in Jamaica Plain, Mary Lyon Pilot High School in Brighton, and the Paul A. Dever
Mary
Elementary
Lyon.
School in Dorchester will close. The John Winthrop Elementary School and Roger Clapp Elementary School will be merged into Frederick Middle School. The closures, I'm not familiar with any of those schools.
What
I
are they
know the
going to be
Mary
doing
Lyon.
with the empty schools?
I know. Make them into apartment buildings.
Oh, nice.
The closure and merger of the schools will save Boston Public Schools $20 million, which they plan to invest into larger schools to allow for more resources for students. Our reality is that many of our school buildings were built for a different time when decision makers had a narrower understanding of what students needed to be successful, Boston Public Schools Superintendent Mary Skipper said. We are trying to rectify that through this work. About 1,300 students will be impacted by the changes. However, Boston Public Schools said it expected a decreased enrollment over the next 5 years, and educators want to ensure they are planning for the future. A decreased enrollment?
I have some audio. Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Years, these schools will still be closing.
The motion is approved with five yes and 1 no.
Right now, the district is facing high needs, special needs, and multilingual learners. They say that combining resources at some of the bigger schools will actually allow for better student outcomes. But the Boston Public School Committee voted 5-1 in favor of closing 3 high schools and an elementary school and merging 2 additional elementary schools, which will save the district $20 million, which they plan to use to invest back into the bigger schools to allow for more resources. Here's a list of the schools that will be closing. Excel High School in South Boston, Community Academy in Jamaica Plain, Mary Lyon Pilot High School in Alston Brighton area, and the Dever Elementary School here in Dorchester. Now the Winthrop and Clapp Elementary Schools will be merged into the Frederick Middle School.
Our reality
How do y'all feel about that? Merging schools and closing schools?
makers.
I mean, if it's gonna allow for more opportunities for the students, I'm for it. I guess.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of these schools, I don't know, but I'm assuming that they're doing this because a lot of these schools are not reaching their enrollment status. So probably got 4 kids in a class
Yeah.
for no reason.
I thought I heard Mayor Wu say that the enrollment in Boston Public Schools had increased, though. I thought that's what she mentioned I thought I heard her say that during her
Maybe
speech.
increase, but probably not increase enough to keep all these doors open.
Yeah.
Like I would rather see more kids in one school than a whole bunch of empty schools with some kids. So I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on there. I would assume that there is a reason that they're doing this. That's what my assumption would be.
Yeah.
If there is not, then you people that have those issues should definitely be speaking up about it.
Absolutely.
If anything.
Good morning, everyone that's tuning in right now. We see people sitting in our in the comment section. Good morning, Mike Nice. Mike Nice says today is a Fix a Drink Friday, and I believe that I might have to indulge.
I fixed my nice drink this morning.
I'm having a bold and smooth kombucha master brew. It is nice. It feels nice in my folk.
Kombucha in the morning.
Yes, it's good. So you have to, especially. Well, I should have had it on an empty stomach, so kind of cleanse out what you got going on in there. Good morning, Muka. Muka asked about how do you sign up. I'm assuming that's for the housing situation. Not sure yet, but we will keep abreast of that and give you guys the information. Good morning, sexy Trini. Good morning, Daryl Ferdinand, Dirk Felix, Opal Thompson. Everybody, good morning. morning. Good morning. You do us a favor. Share this broadcast right now real quick so that other people can get all of this goodness that y'all are getting in on. What else do we have going on here? Illegal immigrants rearrested after attack on a pregnant woman in Massachusetts.
You know, if I was an illegal immigrant, right now is the time that I would just not be doing anything that I'm not supposed to do. You know, like this would be the time where I take a break from the bad behavior. You know, like if I'm one of those, because there are very, very few of those amongst the thousands that are here working and minding their business. But every now and then, like everywhere, you're going to have a few jackasses that always want to do it. To those jackasses, maybe now is not the time for you guys to exercise your jackass right.
It's just like lay low.
Yeah,
lay
like
low.
chill out.
Behave,
like don't
right?
give these people nothing to talk about. Like
Exactly.
if you want to get deported, then don't do the bad thing. Just get deported and then go home and do what you got to do.
Right.
But while you here right now, chill out.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You can't help yourself. There's ICE coming after you and you want to behave badly.
Right. And right. You're calling the ICE to you? That's crazy.
It's so weird.
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers have arrested Gideon Mansunsu, a 28-year-old illegal immigrant from Uganda, on charges of assaulting a pregnant woman and damaging property in Massachusetts, official concern. Mansusu was seeking refuge in the Massachusetts sanctuary state. Of course, this is going to be one of those things. Mansusu was taken into ICE custody following his release from local law enforcement, despite a federal immigration detainer issued earlier. He has been charged January 6th in Waltham with 2 counts of assault and battery on a pregnant victim, along with 1 count of destruction of property. Not only is Gideon Mansusu in this country illegally, he savagely assaulted a pregnant Massachusetts resident, endangering the victim and her unborn child, said Patricia Hyde, acting field office director for ICE's Boston Enforcement and Removal Operations. Mansusu initially entered the U.S. on April 14th of 2021 at Boston Logan Airport, attempting to use an expired visa. U.S. Customs and Border Protection issued him an expedited removal order at that time, but paroled him into the country. So why they do that for? Why they didn't just put him back on the plane and send him back? What y'all parole him for into the country if he's got an expired visa? Y'all won't let Sauce into the club with her expired license. But you gonna let this man into the country with an
and then you're gonna be mad at Mayor Wu and the rest of the administration and Michael Cox for not doing your job. Y'all could have stopped them from the hello.
Here's another thing. After his January arrest, ICE lodged a detainer with the Waltham District Court requesting that he be held for federal authorities. The court did not honor the detainer and he was released.
Nice. I love it.
So who's I don't understand. Following his release, ICE Enforcement and Removal Operations conducted an arrest operation and took him into custody, and he remains in ICE detention pending removal proceedings now.
Pending it. Send him back.
Right. Like immediately.
Y'all detained the activist lady who's supposed to be here just because
the professor.
Yeah. No, and this other woman from Guyana, she was an activist lady, and they detained her ass.
Yeah.
But y'all ain't gonna detain the people who was criminals?
Right. Mansusu now faces immigration enforcement actions, in addition to a pending criminal charges filed by local authorities.
Mansusu, and this is the thing. I feel like misery love company, because you know you about to get back. You want to act badly so they can put this big stigma on all the rest of the immigrants to make it seem like all of them are doing the things that you are doing, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, you're doing more. Go away.
Mansusu.
Mansusu.
This seems to be a new trend that's happening or we're hearing a lot about, and I don't understand it. Group of cowards attack a teen at North Station, the T Police say. So authorities are asking anybody with information to please report it. They have the picture there of these 4 people. MBTA Transit Police are searching for several suspects who allegedly attacked a 16-year-old at North Station on Sunday. At 5 p.m., a group of cowards allegedly punched and kicked the victim's head and body numerous times before stealing the teen's belongings. Authorities ask anyone with information to give them a call. 2 additional subjects of interest have also been added to that, so I don't know.
You know, I'm sorry, but I'm one of those mothers that will probably never allow my child to take any type of transportation outside of my knowledge. You know, like I don't want anybody to ever call me and tell me that my child was punched and kicked in the head by adults who stole his stuff.
I don't understand.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't like it. Not
They're
my
grown
teenage
men.
son. Don't leave my child. Not my baby. I don't
They're
understand.
grown men.
Grown men. Do you see them? Them big 4 hard back, callous foot men. What are y'all
Calloused
messing with
foots.
this baby for?
That's what they say. It's cowardly. Like coward. The children gotta start wearing mace. You got mace, Paul? Yes. Oh Jesus, what's mace?
Paul looks like he
Pepper
might know karate.
Pepper
or something.
spray.
Like I wouldn't quite mess with Paul, to be honest.
Pepper spray.
He looks
Yeah.
like one of
Is it
them.
mace like the weapon?
The spray.
Yeah, pepper spray.
Pepper spray,
Oh,
basically.
pepper spray.
Yeah,
Ah,
mace. Yeah, we call
How
old
about
school.
using-
We call it
no.
mace. I think.
I
Or are they
call
two
it-
different things?
I mean, they're still they're the same family.
All right.
Pictures of
It's
you
a
guys.
it's a tool.
It is a tool that is used.
They
for
don't even
personal
belong
protection.
here. They from Winthrop
Speaking of personal protection, don't we have an event coming up on
on Sunday.
Yes.
On Sunday, are you guys interested in some self-defense? We are holding a self-defense class here at Spark FM from 12 to 2 on Sunday. If you are interested, there are a few slots left. DM us, put it in the group that it's been circulating on the social medias and things like that. So make sure you guys sign up. It is on Sunday. If all goes well, it's on Sunday.
I can't wait to come outside. Kick some ass.
Oh,
Boy,
wow.
I'm so excited.
Kick it, girl.
I'm gonna kick it. Everett and Chelsea police dismantled drug networking in Greater Boston, and multiple arrests and seizures are reported. A joint operation between Everett and Chelsea police departments, working alongside multiple Massachusetts law enforcement agencies, has notably disrupted drug activity in the Greater Boston area. Everett's Special Criminal Investigations Unit, with significant aid from their Chelsea counterparts, executed search warrants on Spencer Ave in Chelsea, as confirmed by an official Facebook statement from the Everett Police Department. This resulted from a meticulous probe into narcotics distribution in the region, which culminated yesterday.
How much is it? How much is that big? What is that? Crack, coke, or flour?
All of it.
What's these little ones? Fentanyl?
The little ones have to be little cracks.
That's
It don't say it.
Cracks. The crackdown has led to substantial seizures and arrests. Eric Serrano, hailing from Spencer Ave, has been ensnared with charges including trafficking fentanyl as much as 1,138 grams and trafficking cocaine with an approximate of 63 grams recovered. The authenticity of Serrano's identity remains under investigation as detailed by the EPD. Felix Agromonte, another male at the scene, was apprehended by Chelsea police for a myriad of outstanding warrants from various agencies. His previous charges range widely from shoplifting and resisting arrest to multiple drug-related offenses. Chief Paul D. Strong, that's a good name for a police chief.
Paul D. Strong.
That is a good name for
Yeah.
a police chief. Praised the collaborative effort, highlighting the dedication of all parties involved in an ongoing battle to rid communities of these dangerous drugs. Officers did not only capture drugs, but also seized around $12,000 in
Okay,
cash,
this is the breakdown.
several cell phones, and items related to the distribution activity. Official acknowledgments have been made on the teams to the teams that provide valuable assistance, including Revere Police, Salem K-9 Unit, Massachusetts State Police K-9 Unit, and the DEA Task Force 2. The operation's success, as evidenced by the sizable confiscations and apprehensions, reflects the high level of interagency cooperation that has become a hallmark of these police departments' work, echoing Chief Strong's recommendation of incredible work today by Everett, Chelsea, and Revere Police drug units and all those other units. Did they tell us what the things were?
No.
No,
Which
there's no
is
list of
stupid.
the
I don't like that.
I want you to describe what I'm looking at. See more. Right here when I press see more. Does it say? Come.
It don't say.
No? All right. It won't
Usually
even
they
come up.
give us a little breakdown, like 14 pounds of.
It's a trafficking
Oh, here we
fentanyl
go.
over 200 grams approximately, and then trafficking cocaine. That's
I
it.
hate when they talk in grams. Tell me in pounds.
Right. I want to know the street value.
Yeah.
Tell me in that. But it looks like quite a lot of things. Quite a lot of things. Those little tiny packages look like those things that you drop and pop. You know?
Yeah.
like that.
Pop rock. Yeah.
I don't think that's what it is, though. I doubt that's what it is. What else do we have here? A Market Basket employee accused of setting 2 fires at a Gloucester store.
What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Everybody's tapped.
What's wrong with y'all?
Everybody's afflicted.
Why you do that?
Why? Why you went to 2 stores?
Do your store and get arrested and leave people alone.
All impacted food and packaging was discarded. Well, y'all should have let me go through that first, because I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Police arrested a Market Basket employee Thursday in connection with a fire at the grocery store's Gloucester location last week. The Gloucester Fire Department responded to the Market Basket on Gloucester Crossing Road at about 8:20 p.m. At the scene, firefighters found 2 fires, one inside the stockroom and another inside the cardboard compactor. After locating the second fire, firefighters called for additional personnel, the statement says, and both fires were fully extinguished by 9 p.m. The Essex, Manchester, and Rockport fire departments provided mutual aid at the scene, and companies from Beverly, Danvers, and Ipswich provided station coverage. That sounds like a lot of fire departments for that. Matthew Johnson, 35, is charged with 2 counts, each of burning personal property and attempting to burn a building. He is expected to appear in Gloucester District Court on Thursday. Market Basket, the New England supermarket chain, did not immediately respond for a request. Look at that. That was a big fire. When he started. Go ahead.
Give me 1 second here now.
No injuries were reported, and the store was able to open the next day after passing multiple health department and building department inspections. All impacted food and packaging was discarded.
Here we go.
And this happened last Friday night. As WBZ's Beth Germano shows us, the worker was emotional as he appeared in court late this afternoon.
He faces charges of burning personal property and attempting to burn the building where he works. All this as the store was open to the public last Friday night. According to court documents, Johnson went to the store to complain about his hours being cut. But in court today, his attorney said there's no proof he's responsible.
35-year-old Matthew Johnson appeared on the verge of tears as he faced arson charges.
Don't cry now.
At one point, even quieted by his attorney. Johnson, a Gloucester Market Basket employee, is accused of trying to burn the building where he worked.
That the defendant lit 2 separate fires in the Market Basket in Gloucester while the store was open to the public.
Johnson allegedly set fire to a pallet of paper towels inside a storeroom and then cardboard in a trash compactor attached to the building. Fortunately, no one was injured and they were put out quickly.
Another employee activated the fire alarm in the sprinkler system. The sprinkler system put out the pallet with the paper towels, but Gloucester Fire was on scene for 40 minutes, extinguishing the fire in the trash compactor.
A friend of the defendant says Johnson has been the subject of harassment at the Market Basket,
Look
but
at
in
that
court,
face.
no motive was given. According to court documents, surveillance places Johnson near the compactor, putting cardboard into it. But his attorney argues there were several employees in the area at the time, and it's possible it wasn't intentionally set at all.
He said this.
Okay, but
He looks remorseful.
set the building on fire.
Poor guy.
I didn't mean to do it twice.
Right. Like, what
You did it once, and then you went back and you did it a different time.
Because he was being bullied at work. You see, this is why you got to leave people alone.
Yeah.
You leave people alone.
But now he's about to get bullied in jail, so that don't make no sense.
Have y'all seen Office Space yet?
Yes,
What's
of
Office
course.
Space?
Oh, okay.
Of
You gotta
course.
watch Office Space.
Office Space is a classic.
You gotta see Office Space. It is hilarious.
Yeah. What's going on here? Okay, sorry. Boy allegedly left in car for hours on Martha's Vineyard has died.
Boy.
A 2-year-old boy
Oh,
who was allegedly left in an unattended car for hours on Martha's Vineyard has died. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at what Tristan told us.
Oh, earlier when he was like, I'm sure I was
I'm pretty sure I was left in the car.
A little bit.
Pretty sure. Okay, back to serious. This is serious. The 2-year-old boy has passed. His babysitter, 41-year-old Amy Cotton.
Not his babysitter.
Yep, has now been charged with manslaughter.
No, she would have to get eliminated immediately.
I would leave her in a
if
car.
If it was the parents, then I'd be like, they're terrible. But you Not somebody I entrusted my child
I would
with.
drive her to Death Valley and put her in a car and roll up the windows.
Lake Lanier.
And yes, and you stay here. The toddler was flown by helicopter to a Boston hospital after the incident on March 13th. He died on Thursday.
Jesus Christ.
Cotton was already facing charges of assault and battery on a child and reckless behavior before the
hired her?
boy died from his injuries. She was watching him and a 1-year-old girl last Thursday. The boy is from West Tisbury, and his mother is a teacher at Oaks Bluff Elementary School. I've never heard of West Tisbury. According to an arraignment report, Cotton called 911 and said the boy she was babysitting was not breathing and turned blue. Cotton reportedly told officers that she had left him in the car for what she estimated was 15 minutes and returned to find him unresponsive. But police reviewed footage from a Nest camera at Cotton's home and determined she had left the boy in the car for about 3 hours.
Oh.
She allegedly admitted to police that they were strapped in their car seats inside the SUV the entire time while she cooked bacon and did household chores.
Is there a reason why she couldn't cook bacon and do household chores with the children inside of a warm home?
So him and the little girl were in the car?
How did they die after 3 hours?
I don't know. Cotton was remorseful at times and made statements knowing that she did wrong. However, attempted to justify her actions through the interview, the police said.
What did she say?
They don't say.
No, they should tell us what the justification
carbon
was.
monoxide poisoning.
What did she leave him inside the garage? What? Like, I don't. An attorney for Cotton said in court that she changed the boy's diaper and fed him a yogurt in the car about an hour before he was found unresponsive. A prosecutor said the boy suffered from hypothermia and his body temperature was 14 degrees lower than normal upon arrival at the hospital. Cotton has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Oh, bitch, you're gonna plead guilty.
For some reason, I am confused as to why she fed the child yogurt and changed his diaper in the car, but refrained from bringing him inside of the home in which she was working. Who babysits somebody in the car?
I don't understand why you inside cooking bacon.
And baby don't want no bacon?
Babies love bacon.
What are you guys saying?
I don't understand.
That's why I can't leave my child with no babysitter either.
Yeah. No, you can't. I can't leave my child with no babysitter.
Where do you find
I leave him home alone before I leave him with a babysitter.
In my own car
In
before
my
I
own-
leave
my own
somebody
car.
else leave him in the car. I tell you that, boy. I tell you, boy. I tell you.
18 Brazilian nationals charged over 100 firearms seized in a crackdown on gun traffic in Massachusetts. 18 Brazilian nationals living in Massachusetts are facing federal charges, and authorities have seized more than 100 illegal firearms in a federal crackdown on gun trafficking. From Cape Cod to Boston to communities north, south, and west of Boston, the charges announced on Wednesday come from a year-long federal investigation into illegal firearms sales across Massachusetts. I wonder if Reacher is working in some federal firearms right now. So I wonder if it's that kind of
Let me
situation.
ask y'all. So there's really no type of B613 or nothing like that around.
This is the question that I always have. Why they lie to us about these things that give us so much hope in times of need?
There is no like secret arm of the government that is on, that just be sitting there like the night watcher or something like that.
Right.
Who they call and they be like, listen, this is going down. It has to end. Call the troops out. Y'all gotta put an end to this all.
This is what I'm saying. Reacher is part of a unit called the 103 Special Investigators. He put together the 103 Special. There ain't no real Reacher in real life. Why y'all be making up these things that are so far fetched? Yeah, it's true. You know what I also wonder?
Agent.
The Night Agent. That's a good show. I like that one. You know what I also worry about is like when you be watching these shows and they just be killing up people. I don't ever face no charges.
Very true.
Then you could just go kill up people and go on about your life.
Even in Paradise, how they ended up, like turning on the powers that be.
Right.
They ain't nobody in the real life that's gonna turn on the powers that be and start to gut things from the inside.
because they killed the president.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm not saying that, Tristan, because I never say that. But I'm just saying what I'm not saying.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when they make these shows like this, what you are doing is you're giving hope to people.
Yes.
Like, who might have a similar mindset.
Who are impressionable.
Such as myself.
And myself as
And
well.
then my hope is diminished because it's like, that's not real. And it should be.
It should be.
It should be.
Rochelle just said, or like the beekeeper.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the beef. That bring back the vigilantes.
Seriously.
I'm not understanding all of the Green Goblin and Daredevil and Hell's Kitchen.
Craven the Hunter.
Craven the Hunter. These people, when you see distress in the world, they swoop down, they eliminate the bad people no matter who they are.
Where the hell is the Avengers?
No eggs. I said it the other day in the car.
What is going
Where
on?
are the Avengers? There's nobody here to
Who's
save
gonna
us.
save us?
Jesus.
It is Jesus. That's who's going to save us.
Amen.
Jesus is coming
Amen.
soon.
Say that.
Anyhow, these people, the illegal firearm trafficking is allegedly tied to a transnational crime syndicate that flourished in communities across the Bay State. So they arrested these people. They got all of these guns. Look at the guns. Where were they going? Were we going to war?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy. Anyhow, all of these people had been arrested. Lots and lots of, they named every single one of them. First, last, and middle names. And, you know, all these Spanish people got 4 names. So these
four
names is long. Victor Eduardo Santos de Sousa.
Amen.
Israel
Lucas
Luisondo
Henrique
Santos.
Manera de Beba.
Gideoni de Oliveira Montijo.
You guys are calling all of Paul's family.
Lucas Nascimento and all of these people. Fio Rando and Proveta de Faria and all kinds of things. Anyhow, all of that has happened. A man has been arrested after a Boston crowd interferes with police making an arrest. Why y'all don't mind your BI business?
It's funny. I was watching a video today of a neighborhood. I don't know where it was, some neighborhood. And I guess ICE was in the people's neighborhood. So the white neighbors with their big loudspeakers got on their blowhorns and started saying, "Do not leave your house. They need a warrant." Like the whole entire street was lit up with loudspeakers like, "Go away, ICE. You need a warrant. Don't open your door." In Spanish and English. It was so dope to see the neighborhood come through and just be like, shut up.
Yep.
Leave us alone. Get up. It was so great.
Oh, I love
wish
that.
more people would be like that.
Like that.
Yes.
Yes,
like
yes.
that.
A man has been charged after state and local police were surrounded while trying to make an arrest in Boston last month. A Massachusetts State Police trooper was placed in a headlock, punched and kicked during the altercation on February 27th in Roxbury, according to the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office.
I don't believe there's no room for state troopers in Roxbury anyhow. We got cops. We got regular cops.
got regular city cops. They said Deshaun James, a 19-year-old from Dorchester, was charged on Monday. James was filming a teenager's arrest, at one point sticking his phone in an officer's face, according to prosecutors. They said he was identified through video from the scene and information given by troopers as a person who'd attacked a trooper early on. The incident began around 3 p.m. near Washington Park Mall, where state police and local police arrested a 17-year-old over a firearm, according to prosecutors. Another youth ran off and a gun was found where he'd run. After an hour near Malcolm X Park, police were called for a report of gunshots and a person with a gun. They then spotted someone who matched the description get into a vehicle on Martin Luther King Boulevard, prosecutors said. The officers approached the vehicle, leading to about 20 people surrounding the officers, one of whom was knocked to the ground, according to prosecutors. The group was trying to stop the person from being taken into custody. James was arrested in the aftermath, according to the district attorney's office. It wasn't immediately clear if he had an attorney who could speak to his arrest. He was released on personal recognizance ahead of a May 2nd pretrial hearing. None of the other people involved in the searches and altercation were identified. This was an extraordinary violation of civic order and a willful, reckless assault on the very people tasked with securing peace and safety in our neighborhoods. These troopers and officers found themselves in a violent and dangerous situation and proceeded to handle themselves with the highest level of professionalism, District Attorney Kevin Hayden said in a statement. How you know Kevin Hayden? Was you there? Was you there?
Who told you?
You don't know. You don't even know. So anyhow, that has been the local news That's very interesting. And like you said, these people, I don't think that these people would be sitting there and interrupting this arrest if it was just a peaceful arrest that was going on, or if you know, they didn't think that this young man needed some defense. So that remains to be seen in her. But anyhow, that has been the local news. Quick commercial break. Be right back. National news. Of course, we've got to get in our mailbag to see what questions we have for you from these people out in the world who need our help. And the entertainment news. Oh, the entertainment news. We'll be right back. Saucy and Friends in the morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The all-new Spark FM. Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information. Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with we, you are gonna see a million. We got it gon' go long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I do the life you know easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back, and it's time for us to get into our national news and find out what's going on, most likely with your president. In the latest blow to Tesla, regulators recalled nearly all Cybertrucks.
Yeah.
Stupid. U.S. safety regulators on Thursday recalled virtually all Cybertrucks on the road. I know the Cybertruck people who trying to get rid of them is probably like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
A little break
They're
on the
so
road.
Terrible.
The eighth recall of the Tesla-made vehicles since deliveries to customers began just over a year ago. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recall, which covers more than 46,000 Cybertrucks, warned that an exterior panel that runs along the left and the right side of the windshield can detach while driving. Creating a dangerous road hazard for other drivers, increasing the risk of a crash. That's awful. Let's get into the clip. Wow. Sounds like a dangerous vehicle.
I think for all automakers, even the best ones, they occasionally will have recalls that are a tad embarrassing. In this case, to have it happen twice, granted it is a different part of the vehicle, but this truck, of course, was so sort of famous for Elon Musk's decision to clad it all in stainless steel. And apparently they're having trouble with the adhesives to keep that steel stuck to the vehicle.
Craig, generally speaking, what's the, if I were to go to Consumer Reports, what's the general feeling out there in the auto world about the quality of a Tesla vehicle?
I mean, I think for the Cybertruck, it's really interesting that this is the 8th recall that they've done.
Okay, that answers it.
And to be fair, some of them have been, for minor issues. My favorite one last year, they violated a font size rule in the U.S. where when you warn a driver that of safety critical data, you've got to do it in a large enough font, and Tesla violated that. So that of course is not a particularly I guess it's not unserious, but it's a relatively minor thing. Some of these fixes that they've made.
That's that I mean, and then you have your boy up there turning the White House into a showroom, talking about this is the best car I've ever seen.
I like
that
this one.
Cybertruck is hideous.
It is.
It is.
And
I'm not talking.
It looks like a trash.
Looks like a big roach when you
Yeah,
come
like a big cyber roach.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. It's not like when things are made nicely, you at least like a Mustang.
Yep.
A Mustang. It's a trash car because it has lots of, depending on the data, it has lots of crashes and stuff.
Yeah.
But it looks nice.
Yeah.
You can't deny that it looks nice.
Yep.
A Cybertruck is just a hideous looking vehicle that just doesn't seem like it's appropriate for the road.
It looks like Mad Max in the Terradome. Yeah. It doesn't look like anything that needs to be now.
Yeah.
It looks like it's living in 2030.
Yeah.
Like what? Which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's living in 2076. Yeah, they will. Because like it's just not. We don't need that here. Yeah. We're not ready for that war yet. Or maybe that's what it is. The war vehicle that we need to have for when Elon Musk and Trump do the foolishness that they do that's going to destroy this earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But anyways, good. Recall them. Throw them away. Put them in a warehouse somewhere. Incinerate them. Send that boy Eric Johnson to go incinerate them. Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Yep. Sorry. Yes. Sorry, I was all caught up in the friggin' Tesla. 67,000 white South Africans express interest in Trump's plan to give them a refugee status.
Oh. So those African Americans can come here, but you don't want to.
As long as they are white-facing,
white African Americans,
you can come here, and that is such a nasty, stank message that this administration is sending. We are overwhelmingly trying to uproot legal or visiting immigrants that are black and brown across the board. You guys are going into their neighborhoods. You guys are waking them out of their sleep. You guys are attacking their schools, their elementary schools, their parents, the bus stops, everything. But however, you want an extended olive branch to white South Africans who need to seek refuge for what? What are you guys running from? What's happening over there that y'all don't want to be there? Ain't apartheid still got a little bit of a stake hole over there?
Like,
Ain't y'all still being able to do whatever you want outside of the darker color skinned people all the time? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So the United States Embassy in South Africa said Thursday it received a list of more than 67,000 people interested in refugee status in the U.S. under President Donald Trump's plan to relocate members of a white minority group he claims are victims of racial discrimination by their black-led government.
Oh, wow.
Anybody here? Any of y'all listen to what I just said to me? What I said to y'all? I'm going to read it again.
They're forming a new hell somewhere?
It's here. It's America. America is the hell that the Lord has been telling us about. They said again, 67,000 people interested in refugee status in the U.S. under President Trump's plan to of a white minority group he claims are victim of racial discrimination by their black-led government. Yet, in contrast, black Americans are facing the same exact thing right here in this man's backyard, and he's not extending a damn thing to any of us anywhere. He is taking more from us than anybody has ever done in this world. But you want to extend the olive branch to the white people in South Africa to come here because they being discriminated against the black government?
Yes.
Oh, the list was given to the embassy by the South African Chamber of Commerce in the U.S., which said it became a point of contact for white South Africans asking about the program announced by Trump administration last month. The chamber said the list does not constitute official applications. Trump issued an executive order on February 7th, cutting U.S. funding to South Africa and citing government actions fueling disproportionate violence against racially disfavored landowners.
What?
Racially disfavored landowners. The people who own the land are sad because people are mad that they own all of the land and they're being discriminated against.
Oh my gosh.
Trump's executive order specifically referred to Afrikaners, a white minority group who are descendants of mainly Dutch and French colonial settlers who first came to South Africa in the 17th century. The order directed Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem to prioritize humanitarian relief to Afrikaners who are victims of unjust racial discrimination and resettle them in the U.S. under the refugee program.
Yes.
There are
so they can be refugees.
Yes.
Oh.
They are being victims of discrimination.
Yeah.
Bring back vigilantism.
The South African government has said that Trump's allegations that it is targeting Afrikaners through a land expropriation law are inaccurate and largely driven by misinformation. Oh, really? Misinformation and Trump in the same sentence. That's crazy. Trump has posted on his Truth Social platform that Afrikaners are having their farmland seized when no land has been taken under the new law. The executive order also criticized South African foreign policy, specifically its decision to accuse Israel of genocide against Palestinians in Gaza in a case of the United Nations top court. The Trump administration has accused South Africa of supporting the Palestinian militant group Hamas and Iran and taken an anti-American stance. The U.S. has also expelled the South African ambassador, accusing him of being anti-America and anti-Trump. You know they're trying to make it some type of mental disorder. It's called Trump derangement disorder or something like that, where if you talk too badly about Trump, you could be, you could be stigmatized with a mental disorder.
What?
I'm gonna find it.
You're not being for real.
Trump derangement disorder. Trump derangement disorder, TDS, is a pejorative term used to describe criticism of or negative reactions to President Donald Trump that are perceived to be irrational and to have little regard for Trump's actual policy positions. They're trying to deem that a mental disorder. Here it is. One state wants to classify
Minnesota.
Trump derangement syndrome as a mental disorder. And here's 7 things you need to know about how you can get this disorder. I definitely have it, and they're probably going to arrest me. This may be expressed by verbal expression or intense hostility towards President Donald J. Trump, overt acts of aggression and violence against anyone supporting Donald Trump or anything that symbolizes President Donald Trump. People of different political persuasions can differ when discussing issues. They're trying to protect Trump from people's anger by making it a mental disorder if you disagree with him.
I mean, but I think that's what Trump being in office has definitely disturbed a lot of people mentally.
Yeah.
We all have a mental disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Of course we do. Good. Yeah. Get me the diagnosis so I could get some help and I can claim mental whatever when something crazy happens.
Yeah. Yep.
I agree.
Oh, well, they did have one back in 2003. It was called Bush derangement syndrome. And one of you guys said that very great comparison the other day. It's funny, the rebrand of George Bush, how he is not like the worst person that we've thought that we had. Imagine if 9/11 happened while Trump is in office. What would he be doing? We would find him in Mar-a-Lago golfing while the buildings were coming down, and he would be like, "Yeah, it was the Haitian immigrants that did it." Because they're eating dogs.
They're eating the pets.
They're eating the pets. You know, like, well, I tell you, this is where we at, America. This is where we're at.
This is it.
Let me see, what else do we have here? Why the parents of missing University of Pittsburgh student went their daughter declared dead.
So we haven't touched on this story at all. So this is the girl that disappeared in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, talk about
she was I'm not familiar with the story, but it's in the news a lot. So she was in the Dominican Republic. She went to the beach with some other people, and all of a sudden she's disappeared and she's gone. Nobody knows where she is. Do you know anything about the story? Yeah.
Since I'm from Mexico, I kind of know.
Yeah.
Where it's coming from. I guess, because it's unsecure. Dominican Republic.
No,
seriously.
Depends
where you go. Anywhere, any place in the world.
No, but I went to the Dominican Republic for my honeymoon when I was married, and they warned us, stay on the resort. Don't go off the resort. It's not safe, da-da-da-da-da. So I don't know I'm not sure about the complete story with this girl. I think if you, when you read the article.
So
she's disappeared. They can't find her at all. They've questioned people. They have videos of her being with certain people. All those people have been questioned and cleared. They do not know what happened, where this girl is.
The parents of missing University of Pittsburgh student Sudishka Konanki have asked for Dominican authorities to declare their daughter dead. Their request highlights the heartbreaking realities of the child being missing and handling the legalities of a missing person case. And here is a little brief overview of the story here. Let's see what's going on.
The Dominican Republic. The last known person to see her, Joshua Reeb, he's in court yesterday, or was in court yesterday, fighting against what his attorneys call illegal detention. And Bojorquez was at that court hearing and has this report from Punta Cana.
As you know, 22-year-old Joshua Ribby has not been named a suspect here in the Dominican Republic. He has not been charged with anything. He has been a witness in this investigation. And therefore, the judge said yesterday that he should not be detained. Ribby told that judge that he was surrounded by police at all times while he was at the hotel. Even to leave, they needed a police escort. The judge said, look, he's a witness. He doesn't deserve that kind of treatment. So the judge's ruling really paves the way for Ribby to be able to return to the United States. But there's a question of his passport. The judge did not clearly address that. Ribby has said that it was confiscated by authorities. So we're waiting to see if perhaps he reaches out to the U.S. Embassy for some assistance getting home. The family of Konanki, Sudiksha Konanki, tearfully said yesterday that they do believe that this was an accidental drowning. And in fact, in court yesterday, Ribby acknowledged to the judge that when the family was here, those parents looking for answers, that they gave him a hug. They said that they believed him, and that they said, thank you for trying to save our daughter.
So wait.
The parents hugged the boy?
So wait, what happened?
They don't know.
Sounds like she drowned.
Yeah,
but they can't find her body?
They can't find the body.
Yeah.
I think she was like under drunk or something, and the tide took her. Maybe.
Oh,
That can
so
happen.
then did he go back and say, I can't find her? And then that's how did it?
I think they said he was with her the night that she disappeared, but he wasn't with her when she disappeared.
But what about her friends though?
Right, her friends looked like they just walked away.
And the video shows she was like with 7 friends or something.
Yeah. I don't know. It's.
They said investigators believe that she drowned and no evidence of foul play has been found. Proceeded with this still doesn't confirm what happened, and we may never know with certainty. But they don't, you don't know.
Yeah.
There's no evidence. There's no
suspected foul
body.
play. But you remember when Nancy Holloway, and for Natalie Holloway. For the longest time, there was no suspects and and then all of a sudden, this Vanderhoot, they arrested him, and he was like, he's such a bad person. So I don't know. This little boy might want to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're saying that he's been participating with the police. He's been, a witness. He's been. Very upfront with everything. And in those situations, you just never know.
Yeah.
They're saying that it's a special law that they have to declare her, that they're trying to get to declare her dead because, they could just, that sucks. There's no closure on that.
Yeah.
At this point, if she was going to be found, I guess she was going to be found. If she was swept in the water, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It is.
I'm sorry to hear that about that little baby girl.
Yeah.
A teacher from court documents reveal Idaho quadruple murder suspect brought a knife and victims' roommates used social media before calling 911.
Yeah.
What?
This is the Idaho murderers with Brian Kochberger or whatever his name is.
What?
Remember the 4 that got murdered, that got stabbed up in the house?
And then one girl that got away?
And the one girl that got away.
Yeah.
So apparently the one that got away went onto social media before she called the police.
And said what?
What?
No.
That's crazy.
I don't know, but they seem to think
While
that
her roommates was getting slaughtered.
Let's start with the first thing here about this selfie that he took himself, conceivably, just hours after the murders happened. And remember, he's pleaded not guilty, and his attorney fights hard that he's innocent in all of this. But the roommate, one of the surviving roommates, DM, that actually opened her door and said she saw him in the hallway. Well, she explained that later to law enforcement in several interviews, and that's now in documents. And she said he was all in black. He was covered up through his nose and the forehead, so the only thing she could really see were some eyes and eyebrows. She said she couldn't remember the eyes, but the eyebrows were bushy. That's how she termed them. And so this is a picture prosecutors want to bring before a jury to say, bushy eyebrows, look at that picture. And they will have to decide, right? She also says, though, that when she saw the mugshot, she says, I don't know if that's him or not. She could not identify him at that point. So now the other aspect, K-bar knife. The K-bar knife sheath was found next to the body of Maddie Mogan. No murder weapon has ever been found. But they subpoenaed his Amazon purchase records. And between March 20th and March 30th, 2022, according to legal documents, Brian Kohberger purchased a K-bar knife, a K-bar knife sheath, and a sharpener. Now, the defense is going to push back on that. We've read in filings from the prosecutor that they're going to say that was planted there. He wasn't in the house. He was someplace else. They can prove it. And that was planted there. Last thing, the roommates. We know that this happened, law enforcement said, between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. They started texting after that saying, I'm scared. I saw this guy, ski mask on. Well, come to my room, which she did. But then they started looking at social media, Instagram, Snapchat, all of these social media sites for a long time. There's a little span of about 2 hours there. Don't know if they were up, not. They also tried to contact the victims. They tried to call their mom We don't know why, but continued to do the social media, not calling 911 till about noon the next day.
Noon the next day. These people have been sitting up in their house all day, dead. And that's when they called the police. Noon the next day.
Eben's gonna say, "Is that Caitlyn Jenner?"
Well, that story keeps on. I thought he was convicted and tried already. I thought that was an open and a shut case.
No, child, it's still going on. It sounds like they've got a smoking gun now, though.
Yeah. I mean, also though, why are you purchasing knives that you gonna kill people with off of Amazon? I don't want no type. I'm gonna drive 7 hours to the 7-hour town away, and purchase a knife on this. I'm gonna pay some teenagers to go in there and purchase a knife for me, and then pay them not to know me so that I can distance myself from the murder weapon.
But didn't he buy it in 2022 though? She said he bought it 2022 or something.
Yeah.
So he did have one in his possession is basically what they're saying.
So
I mean, it was long before he murdered them.
Premeditated, yeah.
Right. So he didn't plan to murder them with that weapon, but he did use that weapon to murder them. It seems.
But it could have been planted.
It could have been planted. I don't
So
understand.
wait, who was on social media?
The roommates that are alive that didn't
How many?
die.
I thought only one roommate.
Oh,
was
no,
alive.
it was two of them. I think there were two that survived.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
but
and they was texting each other.
They was on social media for hours before they decided to call the police.
I really can't be too upset at that, because if I'm nervous and stuff like that, and nobody's answering the phone, next thing I'm gonna do is start scrolling on social media to see what's happening in the world. I'm not gonna be scared and just cowering. I'm bored while I'm scared, so I'm gonna look at check my email.
She said she saw somebody in the house that she didn't recognize. You're not gonna go check your email if you see somebody in your house. I understand you being locked in your room. Okay, I'm gonna lock myself in my room because I'm afraid. But I'm not gonna wait 4 hours and be like, no, I'm not afraid anymore because I've watched some TikToks. I'm gonna go. You got to go see what's going on. That's crazy.
What were they looking at on the social? Were they looking at self-defense videos? Like, what were they?
They were watching cat videos. What the hell? I don't know.
What is it? Soap cutting videos. ASMR. Y'all got to get your priorities straight when people is trying to kill you.
4 hours later, noontime, they gonna call and be like, "Oh, my roommates are dead." Yeah, and they've been dead all day because you was on TikTok. The hell?
That's not funny, and we're not laughing at what happened. We're laughing at
Chris.
What could have happened?
You seem to be quite the film connoisseur, indulging in an abundance of cinematic experiences. What the hell are you talking about?
That's Chat GPT, probably.
I know, because Chris, what are you saying?
A teacher from Indiana is facing a series of child sex abuse charges, and I'm not going to read that because you know what? Y'all just doing the most. Stop touching children. They're ew.
Yes.
Ashley St. Clair claims Elon Musk substantially reduced child support? Mm-hmm. Reduced child support after she sued for sole custody of son.
Which number baby mama is she?
And what is the reduction of $1 billion trillion? He's only giving me $67 million a month, and that's too little to raise my one child. Can't keep its head up yet. Ashley St. Clair alleged Elon Musk retaliated against her and their 6-month-old son after she sued him for sole legal custody. Elon Musk has financially retaliated against his own child and reduced his financial support substantially and unilaterally. He did this after Ashley was forced to bring this matter to court when he refused to respond to her many private attempts to resolve this matter without publicity. How old is she? 17?
Also, does Elon Musk have custody of that little one that he has with him all the time at the White House? Because I always hear after that Grimes is not happy with the child being there, but why is he always there?
They probably share custody. I mean, what is Grimes going to do to this billionaire devil? How old is this girl? Can somebody look up her age? Ashley Carr. In February, St. Clair took to X to allege that she and Musk, 53, welcomed a child together last year and later claimed he was an absentee father. I mean, he has 13 kids, Ashley, and he's running the country. He does not have time to change diapers. Get it together.
How do you spell car?
She's 26.
It's clear. She's 26. He's 53.
Wow. Oh my God. Imagine his white, pasty self touching
Elon
you.
Musk's 13th child.
13th child.
Yeah.
At the time, the tech billionaire remained silent and allegedly took action against St. Clair by filing an emergency gag order to prevent her from communicating about his actions. The judge denied the emergency nature of the application, even though it is still pending.
She looks like one of them girls that was on Teen Mom.
She is a teen mom. Ashley is vigorously opposing this application in order to preserve her right to speak out, all while Mr. Musk fashions himself a First Amendment warrior and freely communicates via his own social media platform. Given that Mr. Musk is dedicated to transparency in government, it would be helpful if he administered his own life by the same principles. Got him. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Good for her, though.
In a weird twist of fate, wouldn't it be crazy if the only way to take down Elon Musk is through all his baby mamas?
Yeah. If they banded together and brought him down.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to
That's what the revolution is going to call for. It's going to call for the unification of the white woman.
Yeah.
And having them stand on the front line for our freedoms and our rights. I was watching another video this week about the demographics of white people who voted for Trump. And unanimously, they have the biggest voting percentage in general. But what they saw is when they dissected the data of the white people, white uneducated men are the ones who are going hardcore, full force for Donald Trump and anything that he does.
Yeah.
Contrast to that, white educated women are on the polar opposite side and hate Donald Trump and everything that he stands for. So it's the white uneducated males versus the white educated women who are the biggest demographic of voters against and for Donald Trump.
But I think that's because of what you said yesterday. Like the Donald Trump is dumb, and the way that Donald Trump speaks appeals to people who are uneducated.
Yeah.
So that what he says is what they understand. They can't understand the other smart people language. Dumb people can't speak smart people.
Yeah, that's very true.
They
can't fake the funk.
They can't. They don't know what you're talking about.
The other
or what's
biggest
being
is
talked
obviously the uneducated white women who are siding with their uneducated white men,
husbands,
yep. And those are the other one. They're still very much smaller, but they're not as they're not as vocal. They just kind of stand around and do everything that Jimmy says to do
because they don't want to get slapped up.
That's why. Exactly. Ashley saying, Woolite laundry detergent recalled for potential bacteria contamination.
This is a question I have. Who still uses Woolite?
Where do you buy Woolite?
Where they got a Woolite from?
I didn't even know that there was a Woolite.
Where did y'all come from with that?
What do you wash with that?
I don't know. Woolite is mad old school though, so I don't know where they resurrected Woolite from.
Did you get that from Woolworths?
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I would associate the Woolite with. So I don't know why they got that.
Store brand from Woolworths that is no longer in existence. So take it off the shelves.
Get it out of here.
Texas janitor gets 6 years after peeing in a cooler, water bottles, and infecting workers with STDs.
Yeah, that's a real thing that happened in these here United States of America.
A Texas man who infected multiple employees at a Houston medical office with sexually transmitted diseases after peeing in their drinking water was sentenced to 6 years in prison last week, as he should.
But 6 years? I think he should get a lot more than that. That should be attempted murder charges.
He's 53 years old. Pleaded guilty to a single count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in a deal with prosecutors who dismissed the additional 7 counts of aggravated assault he was charged with, as well as a single count of indecent assault, according to court records. The deadly weapon, prosecutor said, was Diaz's own bodily fluids. Diaz's actions were discovered by an employee of the medical office in September 22 per a criminal complaint obtained by the newspaper. The employees told authorities that her concerns began when she discovered the water she got from the water dispenser had a funny taste and smell to it. Not wanting to drink the sour water from the communal dispenser, she told police that she then elected to start bringing her own water bottles each day. Some days she didn't finish all her water and left the bottle on her desk, she told investigators. Soon, however, she noticed her water from the personal water bottle that she bought from the store smelled nasty, per the complaint. It was so horrible that she decided to just throw away the water bottle rather than investigate the source. 3 weeks after first noticing something off with the water in the communal dispenser, the employee discovered the source of the off-putting taste and smell when a coworker offered to make her coffee. The employee made sure to tell the coworker not to use water from the dispenser since it was sour and smelled bad, handling her bottle to the coworker per the complaint. The coworker asked why the water inside was yellow. At that point, the employee took a whiff of the bottle and smelled the odor of pee. At that point, the two women spoke to the doctor at the facility who agreed to do a urine analysis test. The complaint says that the test came back positive for piss.
So you was just drinking piss and didn't know?
Lord. The employee told police she then brought a large bottle of water and put it in clear view of a small hidden camera she set up on her desk to see if she could discover who might be urinating in her water. She had just arrived home when she got an alert, at which time she turned on her feed from the camera and observed the janitor, a person she knows as Lucio, open her water bottle, which was placed on her desk, unzip his pants, remove his penis from his pants, and place the head of his penis bare into the water bottle, causing the entire mouth of the water bottle to touch his penis, reads the complaint. And
how big was the mouth of the water bottle?
Hell.
Sorry, maybe that's not the right question to ask. My bad.
She said this happened again the following night. Diaz admitted to his actions, then pressed by the police. According to the complaint, he said did not because he knew the employee would drink it the next day. On further questioning, Diaz explained to investigators that he had a sickness. The employee had a panel of STD tests performed a few days later, which came positive for herpes simplex virus type 1, something she had never previously tested positive for. That's
my God.
Bro.
And more.
Bro.
Why?
Oh, Lord. Something she had never previously tested. Testing on Diaz revealed that he was positive for the same virus as well as chlamydia.
Okay.
The district attorney's office classified Diaz's urine as a deadly weapon because herpes simplex virus 1 can weaken the immune system and cause bodily injury and create a substantial risk of death. Multiple women discovered they had contracted STDs in the wake of the discovery. Diaz still faces a number of civil suits. Court records show.
Kill him.
Oh, man.
Kill him.
Boy, I tell you. What is it that you could do? What is it that you could do? Because he would have to die today.
Kill him.
Thank God that she was just like, let me just see what would happen just in case. He wasn't even disguising it. He wasn't taking it to the bathroom and doing his business there. He was opening his pants right there and peeing in this lady's water bottle with his whole herpes chlamydia penis.
He stuck the whole penis inside of her water bottle.
He took her nice RC mask cup, opened the top, stuck his penis in it, and closed it and peed in it. Closed it and sat it back down for her to use it the next day. Boy, I tell you. Boy.
The color of the water
this is what I'm saying.
Well, she did say it smelled sour, and she stopped using the communal one because he was doing it in the communal one. Then she started bringing her own personal bottle, but when she would forget it on the desk, he would come and make she had the goods too.
But I thought it said the co-worker told her, don't drink that. And then she was like, oh, it is kind of yellow.
Yeah, or this one, because the coworker went and bought her a thing. I don't know. Regardless of what it is,
That's gotta be
keep your penis off my water bottle. God damn it.
Wrong with people?
People are nasty.
Everybody's just not, and this is, like, this is something that you don't want to believe, right? Like, this is unbelievable. Like, you're crazy. But this is the nature of the world we're living in now.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Credit collection service, what they want? I owe them money. That's terrible. When we come back from commercial break, we'll get into a couple of little questions, and then we'll see what is popping in the entertainment news. Keep it locked right here, Spark FM.
The all-new Spark FM. Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information. Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with we, you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
We knew you could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Yeah. Spark FM online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. Let's see what's going on in the world. What kind of foolishness people are asking you guys advice about. I met Ron at a single mixer. He was practically the only man there. And after I spent $250 on my hair, I was leaving that mixer with someone. Ron was below average in every way possible, but he had a heartbeat and I was lonely. We tried to do that grown folks do, but when he took his clothes off, I noticed his wide, womanly hips. Were you just talking about this?
Yeah,
Must be Tony.
This
his wide, womanly hips, and I said, boy, I ain't messing up my wig install for that. He looked hurt, but what the F do I care? I left. I posted about the poorly attended event and laughed at this childbearing hips. About a month later, I was finally offered a remote job I worked hard to get, and I had to go into office to sign the contract, pick up the equipment, and meet the team. My team was led by none other than
Ron.
Wide Hip Ron. Mm-hmm. He was kind but smirked as he told me we're going in a different direction, and my job offer was rescinded. I've deleted the social media post about him, and I've called him to apologize, but no response. I really need that job. what do?
Nothing.
Stop being a hoe.
Go look for another job.
Exactly.
What are you lowering your standards so far down that you can't even stand the person at all for? He had a heartbeat and I was lonely with my $250 hairdo. Go buy yourself some dignity. What is your problem?
Second of all, if I pay $250 on my hair, I'm not bringing nobody home because you're not going to mess up my $250 hair. That's what we not going to do today.
And if you had to bring somebody home, it's not going to be just anybody. He best to be fine.
And you didn't notice that Ron had wide bearing, childbearing hips prior to that. You didn't give Ron a little once over.
Exactly, because what he had on, baggy pants?
And I'm also offended because I feel like he don't have hips. He got a booty, but he ain't got no hips.
Booty do.
Yeah. How I get that down?
It's just muscular.
Yeah.
Like if I could build the perfect one, it would be that. He's got a BBL.
Leave my child alone, God damn it. Got it from his mother. God damn it. I'm 32 years old, woman who was raised in the church. I sang in the choir. I love my church, my community. I moved away 2 years ago for college and joined the church community there. My female pastor told me that she would help me release my inner demon with spells and sex rituals.
I already
In due
saw
time, we skipped the candles and sage and went right to tongue baths and straps.
Yep.
I told her I enjoyed sexual healing sessions and she stopped me and accused me of making fun of the Lord. I don't mind getting down with her, but I'm certain we ain't doing God's work. So why is she playing spiritual games? Why not just ask me for a relationship, or should I ask her? That's an interesting one.
I don't understand. I'm confused.
What?
What's happened?
The female pastor.
But she said she told her she prefers sexual healing, and the pastor condemned her. So now why is she?
No, not condemned. They started doing the sex together.
Oh, they started
but
doing
then
it.
when she said that is when he started making fun of the fact that it's not the Lord's work, then the pastor is like, no. Now you making fun of Jesus. This is real. This sex that I'm putting down on you is spiritual. And it's not for your pleasure. It's for your spiritual healing. So you can't be in here having your own emotional, personal feelings. It has to come through the Lord.
Hallelujah.
And this is, I feel her because oftentimes when I engage in intercourse, it is a spiritual, it's not for pleasure, it's for spiritual healing, as I am an ordained minister of the court.
Oh, yes, you are. You're a minister of the court.
Yes, Reverend Danielle Johnson.
Oh, that's true.
This is not no pleasureful thing. This is a healing. This is a service. I'm in service of
I'm going
the
to start
Lord.
using that to him and be like, sir, it's not about you.
It's about
me.
It's about the Lord.
It's about me. It's about my search for spiritual.
It's about my cervix.
My search for spiritual healing. I don't know. I think that I don't know what to say about that. There's no advice that I would be able to give anybody who's in that situation. I would have to encourage you to pray about it. Seek ye first the kingdom. And the rest of the words to that song.
The kingdom of God.
Yeah, hallelujah.
And the last one, I married him for his lakefront condo. Checked the deed, it was his, loved him hard. While I took birth control shots and pretended we were having fertility issues, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Because I wanted a clean break from our 5th year of marriage. No kids, no loose ends, just me taking the condo or half of its value. After year 5, I moved out and filed for divorce. I gaslit him into thinking he was a horrible husband and man. My divorce attorney informed me that the property owner listed is Johnny, not my husband Johnny. His mother owns the condo. I'm not entitled to anything. I've wasted 5 years with him, and now I think I at least want to get a child out of the marriage because there is money in that family, but he won't come near me. How do I rekindle the love he used to have for me? His family members are working around the clock just to keep me away. Legally, I'm still his wife.
Girl, go to hell.
Straight to the Gulf of America. Because that, you sound stupid.
Right, like that is the worst.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. But where he at though?
Because
because mamas love me, so let's see what's gonna happen though.
That's a dance. Sometimes when I read, I always wonder, are these for real or are people being satirical and making up foolishness? Yeah. Because this can't be. And then you can't even say that because the direction that the world is going in right now, the most extraordinary things that you can imagine are coming to fruition.
Absolutely.
And that's sad.
It is.
Going right into entertainment because that was definitely entertainment. Lawyer Tony Bootsby dropped out of more than a dozen Diddy lawsuits after he says Jay-Z filed a grievance against him. Yeah, you might as well just go ahead and drop every case that he has because you need more people.
It speaks to his credibility at this point.
He's done.
Yeah.
Tony Bootsby, the Texas-based attorney who has brought a wave of sex abuse lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs, has been forced to back out of more than a dozen cases involving the hip-hop mogul, and he's putting the blame on Jay-Z. Of course you are. This week, Bootsby withdrew himself as the plaintiff attorney in at least 14 lawsuits that he filed against Combs dating back to October in a New York federal court after it became clear he was not permitted to practice law there, according to court documents. Bootsby told BI that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, has filed a court grievance against him in a bid to keep him from getting admitted to try cases in the Southern District of New York. Oh, wow. Jay-Z's like, yeah, I'm not stopping at you dropping my case. I'm going to continue to end you. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Shapiro, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Last week, a judge overseeing one of Bootsby's cases said in a court filing that it came to her attention that Bootsby has been admitted to practice in the has not been admitted to practice in the SDNY, a federal court district that includes Manhattan, where Bootsby has filed a slew of lawsuits against Combs, accusing him of sexual assault and rape. Ain't this gonna be about a bitch if Bootsby's actions ends up causing a mistrial in this whole entire thing?
Ooh.
And Diddy is set free just based off a technicality of this one lawyer?
That would be very, 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 very hard.
That's going to be crazy. They need to dismiss, or whoever else has lawsuits against them, they need to be ironclad with zero mistakes.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I agree.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't dismiss everything. It would just dismiss those charges. Yeah. Sex abuse charges,
he was
which is
the one
whole
who,
thing.
Yeah.
No. But he's human. He has human trafficking and RICO charges
and he's
too, right?
he's the one who set up the hotline,
the
right?
hotline. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes.
Why would you want to put yourself through that in the first place? Like, why would you want to have to
slimes anyway?
Filter through 7,000 million cases in order for most of them not to be even credible? Yeah. Like, that sounds like extra work for no reason.
But I think that was the thing with Tony Bootsby too. He was like, what do they call it? Shooting fish in a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like throwing everything out there to see if something will stick. Because he's like, I got to get paid somehow.
Beyonce and Jay-Z are discussing taking legal action against Kanye West following vulgar and offensive attack on their kids, as they should. Yep. They should do whatever they possibly can to bring him down.
Yep.
That's the type of black on black crime I like to see. You know, like, whatever I can use all of our powers to shut him up for the rest of America, we're gonna do that. And that's how they can help us fight this war against us.
Foolishness.
Jay-Z and Beyonce find it shocking that Kanye West attacked their two youngest children in a disgusting all caps rant on X on Tuesday evening. A source exclusively tells Page 6 that the couple will absolutely not stand for it after the stronger rapper has spoken about their children in such a vulgar and offensive manner. Jay-Z and Beyonce are aware of the post Kanye has since deleted and are discussing how they want to handle the situation, whether that be privately and or in a legal matter. The pair, who tied the knot in April of 2008, have no plans of publicly addressing Kanye's post on X about their children, as they should not. West 47 questioned 7-year-old twins Rumi and Sir mental capacity before deleting the unprovoked post, only to reshare it earlier hours Wednesday.
Oh, he did?
Yep, he took it down. Yep.
He took it down and then put it back up.
Yep. However, the Grammy winner, who now goes by Ye, clarified that he had not wiped the hateful uploads in order to be a good person, but he didn't want to get dismissed from Twitter. And that in itself is a problem with Elon Musk too, because you see what this man is doing and you're going to let it rock because it's a distraction to the foolishness that you're doing. Instead, West wrote, I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled. And that is why that is who he is.
You know, and all of this foolishness isn't evidence that this man is not okay.
No.
That he needs a 72-hour hold at least. Something.
Until they can determine who will be in charge of it. Where is Sabrina when you need her?
Who the hell is Sabrina?
That's Wendy Williams' conservator manager.
Right.
They need her to come swoop down and do what she do.
Sabrina can't handle Kanye.
She can. She can. Lock his ass up. Make him eat with the old people in the window.
Yeah, that's true.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Yellow Beezy
arrested. He's definitely got CTE.
Yes. From
his car accident.
Yep. Yellow Beezy arrested. Rapper charged with capital murder. Oh, damn.
Mo 3.
Metal and capital murder. Death of rapper Mo 3. Yellow Beezy, best known for his breakout trap hit That's On Me, has been arrested for the 2020 shooting death of fellow rapper Mo 3.
I don't know Yellow Beezy, and I've never heard that.
You know that song, That's On Me, baby. You know that song.
No.
Fabio 4 in jail since January on weapons and terroristic threats. He was doing, every time you hear of a rapper shooting up to fame very, very quickly and making its round, you know that there is some type of arrest, RICO, or some type of sexual assault coming right after, boy.
It's like they can't handle the fame.
Yeah.
It's too much too fast.
And they start doing stupidness. So I didn't know that he was jailed since January.
Me either. And I like Fabio Foreign.
Yeah. Trump supporter. Fabio Foreign has been quietly welting away in New Jersey jail since January, and that's good for him.
Good.
How come? Why?
He's a Trump supporter. He was one of them ones prancing around with Make America MAGA hats on and jumping around on stupid stage about Trump and everything. I don't forget a name or a face. I know who you are. Helped.
This is why I only stick with Pooh Shiesty.
Justin Baldoni's lawyer fires back at Blake Lively. We're not gonna get into that because I'm not sure. I thought all of that was dismissed.
Yeah, and it's stupid.
I thought we were done with that. Hell freezes over as 50 Cent sides with Diddy, urges Kanye. I think we read this yesterday, right? Urges hate to agree with Diddy, but F the haters and smile. 50 Cent has set his beef with Diddy aside, all for the greater good of Kanye West's welfare. On Thursday, Ye made sure 50 heard that what he said loud and clear by doubling down on his fury towards Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids with a post to replace the one he deleted yesterday. 50 Cent is one of my favorite people. He will be one of the people who brings back economic independence. In the latest post, Ye screamed, 50, I said Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids are the R word. Let's make the hot water boiling hot, or like people say, broiling hot. 50 admitted he'd taken the day off from social media posting in the wake of Ye's tirade, and now thinks Diddy's advice from their phone call earlier this week is the right way to go.
Do celebrities make money from their social media posts as well?
Sometimes, if they're monetizing it, I guess. And
so, like 50 Cent, would he be?
Probably not.
Depends
I think
what media, I guess.
Yeah. If it's on, I don't know. Yeah. David Schwimmer, Playboy Cardi, and more stars who have responded to Kanye West's controversial tweets. Let's see what everybody else is saying.
David Schwimmer is from Friends. Did Kanye say something about Friends?
No, I guess they're just reacting to what he says. We know that Playboy Cardi told him to shut the F up, right? I don't like Kanye. I don't know what they said. Who cares what they said? Everybody should be coming out and condemning him.
Everybody.
Yeah, there should be nobody standing on Kanye's side. Everybody should distance themselves from him, and he should be locked up.
Red flag.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want to be associated with him. I got to protect my brand.
Yep.
Quinta Brunson files for a divorce from Kevin Anique after 3 years. She was married to a white man.
I know, and that's sad, though. What? I mean, who knows? He can't handle her fame. She's doing really well.
I want to see Quinta with Mr.
Jesse Taylor Thomas.
I want to see them together in real life. I want that to be a real
Do
life
he like
love
girls?
scene. Huh?
Do he like girls?
Oh, do he? Yeah, he do.
I don't know.
Just because he wear a flat front pan?
I don't know. I seen him on some shows, and he'd be dressed kind of.
What his name again?
Jesse Taylor Thomas.
Jesse.
Or is that Simba? I don't know.
That's Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No, that's Simba.
That's Simba.
But his name is Jesse Taylor Thomas, ain't it?
What's the name of the show?
Abbott Elementary.
Oh, is he acting again?
Yes. What are you talking about? The black boy. Everybody loves Chris.
Oh, I don't know that.
Everybody hates Chris.
Oh, what's his name?
Everybody hates Chris. Tyler James Williams.
Wow. Wow.
Ain't no Jesse in there at all.
Ain't no Thomas too.
Oh wow. It's not
Taylor.
Jesse Taylor Thomas. I don't know who that is.
Tyler James Williams.
Whatever.
It don't say his sensual.
It's got some of the same letters in it or something.
Yeah. It don't say, is he married, relation? Let me see, relationship. He's got a small waist.
Yeah.
He's currently single and spoken about his dating preferences and struggles with fame, including a hypervigilance to develop as a child star.
Is his dating preference men?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dating preferences in his 30s, Williams revealed that he is looking for someone he can be proud of and who has built a life he admires.
Oh, that sounds like Quinta.
Speculation about sexuality. Williams has addressed speculation about his sexuality, stating that he is not gay and that the culture of trying to find hidden traits or behavior in others is dangerous for those struggling with their own identities.
Ooh, well, at me then. Jeez.
Wow. He was like, bitch, mind your business.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry, Jesse Taylor Thomas.
I don't think it's that either, right?
Nope. Nope. It's none of those. None of those.
James Tyler Williams.
Yeah, it ain't none of those names that I said.
Original E.T. model used in movie to go up for auction at Sotheby's.
Oh, really?
Oh, somebody, if y'all want that, that's scary.
It is scary. I'm still scared of the E.T.
Me too. Same. Very big same.
Yep. Remember that one scene where he was laying in the water and he was all extra pale?
Yeah,
that was scary.
Who would want to wake up to this in their room?
What is it? Show us.
That's him. It's on the screen.
No, I don't want to.
That's nasty. I don't like it.
Y'all know E.T. was a part of the Star Wars universe?
Yeah.
He was?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He was in the Star Wars movie.
Which part was he in?
In the Phantom Menace. He was in their family. You'll see the little E.T.
Yeah, like a little background of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Look at that. Fun fact on a Friday.
Fun fact on a Friday. Yeah. Donation from Shaquille O'Neal. Draymond Green allegedly embezzled by Crips leader who is also accused of murder. Yeah. That's a loaded headline.
Yeah, like what is that?
What happened here? Wow. Donations from Shaquille O'Neal, Draymond Green, allegedly embezzled by Crips leader who is also accused of a murder. A pair of 5-figure donations from NBA's figures Shaquille O'Neal and Draymond Green are allegedly embezzled by a Crips gang leader, according to a report from Los Angeles Times. Tristan, yes, go ahead and play this clip so I can understand the English that they are writing in this. It's upper, all the way to the top. Them right there.
Here we go.
All right. That's same one there.
Right, because were they donating to the Crips? Who were they donating to?
Yeah, and how did they get
Charges
embezzled?
accusing him of running a mafia-like criminal enterprise in South L.A.
Prosecutors say Eugene Henley Jr. is the leader of a syndicate responsible for extortion, human trafficking, and murder. KTLA's Angelique Hockaday is live in downtown L.A. with more. Angelique.
Sharon, Micah, Henley is a self-proclaimed community activist. This is a person that hosts Christmas toy drives and has founded his own charities. But today, the Department of Justice says that was all a front, and he's now facing some pretty serious charges, including for murder. A music executive who federal authorities say used his power and connections to run a vast mafia-like organization is, as of today, a wanted fugitive.
Who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, and a youth charity to further his own criminal enterprise.
Identified in a 100-page complaint released Wednesday by the Department of Justice, 58-year-old Eugene Henley, a longtime leader of the Rollin 60 street gang, has been hit with a slew of racketeering charges, including trafficking, fraud, and for the 2021 murder of an aspiring rapper signed to Henley's label, Unique Music. The gang is well known in music, the late rapper Nipsey Hussle a longstanding member.
Mr. Henley has been a known member of the Rolling 60s Crips since the 1980s, where he established his reputation and earned standing with fellow gang members.
An enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking, COVID fraud, and other felonies.
COVID fraud.
Henley, also known as Big U, is a self-proclaimed community activist with nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram, including rapper and producer Swiss Beats. He also ran charities to help kids get out of gang life.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles.
Well, is he?
The
Was
facts
he giving
alleged in
back,
the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
The Department of Justice also said 10 of Henley's alleged associates are in custody and more arrests.
Including Brick Baby right there.
Who's Brick Baby?
Coming.
Today's arrests are part of our office's efforts.
We call social media person. We call them people.
The team you see up here.
Influencer, there you go.
To be safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs.
Oh my.
I mean,
was he doing the community work?
That's what I'm saying. And let's park it right there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing the community work, can't that cancel out the badness that you're doing?
I mean, in my eyes.
Did he start doing the community work after the badness? Did he stop doing the badness and now is doing the community work? Because I feel like he is kind of doing the time. No?
Evan said yes, it should cancel it out.
Yeah, I mean, why are we getting back on him for the past? The past is the past. He made some mistakes and now he's trying to.
Long ago, the past.
How much is the long ago, Tristan?
It looked like the past maybe yesterday.
He murdered somebody yesterday.
Simultaneously murdering people and including and helping the community. It's vigilanteism.
But was he murdering bad people?
That's what I'm saying. What was he murdering? What is the crime specifically?
Right.
Let us figure out if it makes more sense to uproot the help that he's been doing and the community work that he's been doing because he what? Killed a bad person?
Right. Uncle Grandpa says, was he a new age Robin Hood? Yeah. And LaToya Baxter said he was probably doing both. And yes. Yeah. But yet, I mean, was he helping the community by ridding the community of those that were
the ones that he rid, were they equally doing community work? Because we need community leaders who have, who are a little aggressed.
Yes.
Who are OGs.
Who are willing to eliminate the problems in the community.
Exactly, and to govern ourselves. Maybe this is not what I should, And then last but not least, there's a movie trailer in there from our boy Jonathan Majors.
Oh, God.
He is doing a movie about bodybuilding. And, I mean, that's one thing the man do got is a body.
He do got a body.
He got a body.
I remember him in Lovecraft County.
Yeah, so this, all of his foolishness came out in the wakes of promoting this movie, apparently. Mm-hmm. Which looks pretty interesting. I'm not sure if I would be interessante, porque, I might watch a little body, So look at it, that's nice. Oh, wow.
Turn up to you one day. Like my deltoids, judges always say they're too small. Think they're liars?
Everyone's a liar.
I've been training for this every moment of my entire life.
Oh, see, that's what gets you in trouble right there.
And the entire world will know my name.
That's nice.
You have to do something.
It's good.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get into bodybuilding. Tomorrow.
Okay.
What I gotta do? I gotta build it. I gotta build my body.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I do know of women who have gone into bodybuilding, or one friend of mine had did some bodybuilding, and it's a lot of dedication, and it's very, very hard to do. You have to change your whole lifestyle. The discipline in that is crazy. And that
little burger we had last night, I can't have no more of that.
You can't have no more of that. And I gotta be honest, I really hate the way that women look with muscles. I hate it.
Me too.
Bodybuilding people eat a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
A lot of carbs, a lot of steak.
Because they gotta burn it off in the gym.
Because they need that energy to burn off. So
me either. I'm not a big proponent of a hard-bodied woman. I think women should have soft curves.
Yeah.
I'm misogynist.
I like a well-structured arm on a woman, but I don't want it to be hard. It should be soft firmness. I do not like that. And I'm not into women sexually, but I am very into women's bodies and the way that they look. And I do not like that. I think it's very, very ugly. I don't like it. Yeah.
All right, and that is the end. Like I said, tonight at the Reggie Lewis Center from 4 to 8 p.m. Take the children and take them down there. Battle of the tournament. They can play Dragon Ball Z, Fortnite. I don't
Mario
think
Kart.
They don't got the Rocket League, NBA 2K, and some other things. There'll be some music prizes, giveaway, grand prize, lots of things for the youth. We're working more with the youth in the upcoming year. So make sure you guys look out. Don't forget, self-defense classes are going down this Sunday. If you are interested, DM any Spark FM, anything for more information, for ticket link to come in, so that you guys can learn how to defend yourself in the time of need when people over here trying to kill people and stuff like that. We ain't taking that standing up.
Nope.
Taking it laying down.
We've got to be the vigilantes that we're looking for.
Hello. Say that.
Yeah.
With that said, people, you guys have a blessed and amazing weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, do all of the things. We'll see you very, very soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are enjoying the miracle of radio.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music.
Radio. Spark FM. Praise the Lord.